Welcome everybody. Thank you for joining me for a 60-minute Yin Yoga Nidra practice. Today is Mother's Day. You might be watching this video later on or on another date, but today is Mother's Day where I am, and I hope you've had a wonderful Mother's Day. I know Mother's Day can be both a wonderful experience and celebration, but also a really difficult time for some people, depending on our upbringing, depending on our connection to family, all of those things. So I decided to make today's practice dedicated to all mamas out there, and we've all had a different experience of being nourished and nourishing others and giving of ourselves and receiving. So experiencing that yin, feminine, loving kindness and energy that mamas represent. So tonight we'll dedicate the practice out maybe to anyone you know that's been a mama in your life, or maybe to yourself if you're a mom, to your own mom, to your children. And we'll have a nourishing practice that focuses on the energy of the heart, the chi of the heart. And in the yoga practice, we focus on the chakras, the 7 energy chakras. In the yin practice, we focus on 5 major meridians, and the heart is one of them. But I thought I would read to you tonight the meaning of the heart chakra and why that's important in our practice. And it's very similar in the yin practice. So in traditional Chinese medicine, the heart chakra is connected to our sense of relationships and love. In yoga, Anahata rules love, breath, balance, relationships, and unity. This chakra is all about the higher energies of love and compassion when in balance. It governs matters of romance and friendship and heart connection. When your heart chakra's needs are met, you feel loved, cared for, and you love yourself. The universal urge that we all have to love and be loved originates in the heart chakra. Love and a happy heart are crucial to your quality of life. Life is about connection and caring, and without it, you feel bereft and alone. A healthy heart chakra lets you know that you are never alone. You can extend caring to others and yourself and allow your heart to be open and full. So in this time when many of us are in a state of isolation, we may or may not be able to connect with those that we love, especially our moms, especially in the case that they might be elderly or in a facility that doesn't allow us to visit. So I know this is an especially challenging time for many people, or if you've lost your mom, or maybe you didn't have the ideal mom that you might have hoped for as a child. So whatever those feelings are, whatever your experiences are, you can take charge and responsibility for your own heart and opening your heart up to that feeling of love, that feeling of connection, and that reminder that you're not alone. So tonight we will work through poses that not only open the front of the heart, but also the sides of the heart, the back of the heart, that expand the heart from the inside out. And I hope you really feel that. And I'd like you, if you can, to dedicate this practice out maybe to your own mom or somebody else. It could even have been your father, somebody that provided you with that nourishment and that love and that caring and kindness that the mother archetype represents. With that being said, we'll start in the pose of the child where we all began. So you can take your knees wide. You can also have your knees together if you like, and use any props that you have available to you in your house. Forgot to get this cushion ready. I've got this great big couch cushion. You can use a pillow, you can use a bolster if you have one, and any blocks. So get those ready and find yourself in a wide knee or knee together child pose. So it can look like this: forehead down, hips to heels, palms extended. And if it feels better for you, you can bring your arms beside your body. And as we're here, start to connect with your breath. And I'll add in one extra intention for the practice today, aside from focusing on the heart. And maybe you'd like to add in your own personal intention, something that speaks to you in this moment. And maybe you'd like to also add in that dedication, could be to your mom or to someone else. I'd like to dedicate this class to my mom, Sharon. I don't get to see her today because she's a ferry trip away, so I can't go there at this time, but I'm always sending her love. And today I'll add in this extra layer of this intention to renew. Time in silence allows you to be interested in yourself and your life and to wake up to the choices that may have become habitual. Thus, every morning, every day, and in an instant, you have the opportunity to start anew. So if it feels like your heart is maybe stuck in some place, you're feeling some pain or some tension, maybe a little bit of hurt because you can't be with the people that you love at this time, or maybe you didn't have the situation that you wanted in life growing up, maybe to do with your mom, let this be a source of renewal for you. So let's begin in your child pose. You're already there with your knees wide. Let's take 3 clearing Brahmari breaths to release anything that you might be holding on to right now. So this class truly can be one of renewal. So the exhalations for the next 3 breaths will come with a humming sound with the lips closed, but you'll breathe in through the nose. So it will sound like this. It's an inhale through the nose. And let that of the Om sound be as long and as loud as you like. So let's begin. Deep breath in through the nose. Brahmari breath. Exhale. Clear out any negative energy. Again, inhale. Fill up yourself with love and gratitude right to the top. Brahmari breath. Exhale. Releasing anything that's not serving you. Last one here. Fill up. Breathe in. Dedicated to all the people that provided you with nourishment and caring and love in your life. And as you breathe out, Brahmari breath. And on your next inhale, pick up your hands and walk them over to the right side of your mat. Give yourself a nice stretch on the left side. And stretching through the left side of your heart. Maybe your left hand comes on top of your right. Slowly start to walk your hands back through center over to the left side. Stretch to the right side of your heart, and maybe your right hand comes on top of your left. Take 5 deep breaths. Slowly walk your hands back through center, and let's add in a twist for 10 breaths on each side. So you may want to remove a prop if you have one. Take your right arm and thread it underneath your left arm, and you may put your temple or the side of your head onto a block or a cushion. And take 10 deep breaths. If it feels good, you can extend your arm more. Your left arm more. Back of the right hand pressing down. See if you can extend it a little bit more to the left and roll more onto the outer blade of your right shoulder. Slowly make your way back, and we'll switch sides. So this time the left arm will come underneath the right arm. You can relax your right arm or extend it. Turn your gaze to the right. You can press your temple or the side of your head onto the block as your gaze turns toward the right shoulder. And the more you thread your left arm underneath you, back of the hand pressing down, you can roll toward the outer blade of your left shoulder. Not onto it, but just that direction. And 10 deep breaths. Last couple of breaths. When you're ready to release, remove the block if you have one. Send your arms all the way forward. Take a big breath in and a full breath out. Bring your forearms down onto the mat like a number 11, elbows moving towards your knees, and then slide your legs back one at a time, coming all the way down onto your belly for Sphinx pose. Feel free to put a bolster underneath your chest if you like. Hug the elbows toward your hip points as you pull the chest forward and up. So pressing the hips down and lifting up through the heart, creating a little bit of compression in the lower back, but a lift of the center of the heart up. And if it feels appropriate for you, you can stay here reaching the crown of the head forward and up, or you can relax the forehead down onto a block. But keep pulling the chest forward and up, elbows toward your hip points. And each breath, feel it as a renewal of the chi of the heart, the energy of the heart, the energy of love and connection, friendship, relationships. You're welcome to stay like this for the entire pose, or in just about another minute, I'll guide you into seal pose, which is a little bit deeper of a back bend, but you're welcome to stay here as well. And of course, if this becomes too much for you, you can always lower down. Let the forehead relax onto the palm of your hands, stacked underneath your forehead. And take a few more deep breaths here in Sphinx. Continue like this for one more minute or so, so maybe about 6 or 7 more breaths. If you'd like to join me in seal pose, you'll turn your hands out toward the top corners of your mat, but slide your elbows in a little closer, and then press into your hands and lift your heart up. Tops of the feet and thighs pressing down. You can even walk your hands in a little closer. And from here, we'll take 5 more deep breaths. Again, you can always lower down. Maybe you even take the chin up, opening not only through the heart, but also through the throat. And then there's energy rising toward the third eye, Ajna chakra, and even the crown of the head, Sahasrara. Two more deep breaths. Last deep inhale. Feel free to sigh on the exhale. And slowly lower down. Slide your palms underneath your shoulders. Tuck your toes. Push back to a modified child pose. So toes are tucked. Take a full breath in and a full breath out. Then rise up to a tabletop position, and just for a moment either sit cross-legged or onto your shin bones and bring your hands to your heart center. And just notice in these first few postures, these first few moments of breath, what's happening in the heart. Together we'll create one vibration of Om, and let that Om radiate from your heart center as far as you can imagine. And Om has an incredible healing quality. It attunes us to a universal vibration, a seed sound that is considered to be really the beginning of sound. It's encompassed in all sound. Take a deep clearing breath in through your nose. Full sigh out your mouth. Inhale for Om. Let that vibration continue and echo. Allow yourself to ride that wave of peace and harmony. Allow your practice to be infused with this vibration, allowing your mind into the beautiful light of your own heart. And from here, we'll shift our hips to one side and get your legs out from underneath you. And then take a wide-legged fold. So from a wide-legged position before we come into the fold. So take the legs as wide as you can. Welcome to sit up onto a block. Feel free to use any props that you feel might support you at this time. This is a lateral dragonfly pose. So dragonfly pose, we would fold straight forward. This time we're going to go to the side and open up the rib cage, the sides of the heart. So start by bringing your right hand onto your right thigh. Right forearm and hand onto your right thigh. Left hand to your hip. And start to turn your chest open and look up. And right away you can feel that opening across the left side of your heart. You're welcome to stay here or slide your elbow a little closer to your knee or maybe onto a block. Support your head and see if you can lean a little bit more open to the left as you let the right side of your ribcage lower toward your right leg. You're welcome to stay here. Maybe you reach your top arm over your head. You can extend the arm or maybe support your head with the back of your hand and turn your heart more open. And if you want to go deeper for this posture, you're welcome to lean more toward the mat. Maybe extend your fingertips more as you turn your heart open. It's not a super long hold here, but we want to feel that opening between the ribs. So feel free to support yourself in any of these variations, any of these shapes. The goal here is to feel space being created on the left side of your heart. And there's a turning upward of the heart. So maybe you can think of turning up the volume of your heart. We'll take about 6 to 8 more deep breaths on this side. Try to keep your left sitting bone rooting down if you can for the last few breaths. And slowly start to rise yourself all the way up. Back up into a center seated position. Take your fingertips back behind you. Press the center of your heart forward and up. Take a full breath in. And a full breath out. Another breath in. And a breath out. And then we'll move to the other side. So left forearm and hand can be on the top of your left thigh, maybe toward your shin bone. If you want to use a block for this, you also can. So maybe you have your elbow resting. Right hand is to your right hip. Start to turn open the right side of your heart, keeping your sitting bones rooting down. Maybe you support your head with your hand, elbows just below the knee maybe. Maybe you stay here. Maybe you reach your right arm up and over your ear. Maybe you can lower the left arm inside of the left leg. So wherever your opening is, find that space for yourself. Turning the right side of the heart open, turning up the volume, the right side of the heart. Not only the volume as in what people would hear, but the space. How much more space can you create in the right side of your heart as you breathe in, expand. As you breathe out, soften. Breathing in and out through your nose, or maybe if it feels good, sigh out your mouth. You can always take the Brahmari breath, that beautiful reminder to soften and release. And take about 6 to 8 more deep breaths here. When you're ready to come up, slowly rise up again. Bring those fingertips back behind you. Tense your fingertips. Press the middle of your heart up. Maybe you can start to let the head go back, or maybe you gaze forward. Feel the opening, this lateral opening up and down the front of the heart as you push the back of your heart toward the front. A couple deep breaths here. Slowly gather your knees in. Bring your feet wide on the mat. Windshield wiper your knees side to side. And our next posture will be a supported fish. So if you have a great big cushion like me, you can use it, or a couple of blocks, or even a pillow. We will make our way down onto our backs, and either you can support yourself in this posture by bringing one block behind your head and the other block the length of your spine between your shoulders. So not too far down, more in the upper spine. And one block behind. You can also lower the blocks down if that's too intense for you. A really nice option is to use a big cushion or a bolster and bring it onto the mat so that your whole spine, including your head, will be on the cushion or the bolster, and your hips will be on the mat. And then you'll lay yourself down gently for supported fish. And here the heart is wide open. And some options for the legs. I like this Baddha Konasana with the feet together, knees wide. And then you can support your outer thighs with blocks if you like. You can also have your knees bent, feet on the mat, or legs extended long. And something that really opens the heart here is to keep the arms out in a T shape, or maybe even reach them more in the shape of a Y back behind you. And this really lengthens through the rib cage, through the lymph nodes, which are connected to the heart and our immunity. Wherever you are, find your comfortable position. Focus on your breath. Stay with your intentions, your dedication. Allow the heart to open. If you're someone that feels a lot of challenging feelings on Mother's Day, like many people do, maybe due to feeling loss or lack of connection or distance, disappointment, breathe deeply into the heart and let the heart open. Let yourself feel love for yourself first, and know that that is the secret to opening the heart. It's not to give it away to others or rely on others. It's to start with yourself. Love yourself. Your eyes are closed. Let them be very soft here. Let the space between your eyes soften. Ajna chakra. I always say to keep your two eyes closed and your third eye open. So allow yourself to experience any intuitive feelings, your imagination, your deeper sense of self. Every time you breathe in and feel that expansiveness across the heart. And every time you breathe out, let some of that heart energy release into the universe. And sprinkle it around wherever you like. Allow the release of any feelings. Sometimes some challenging feelings come up and you just need to let them go. It can maybe come in the form of tears or deep breathing. Maybe it might feel good to connect, placing one hand on your heart and one hand on your belly, and remind yourself that you're here with yourself. You're not alone. Through the connection to yourself, you can make a deeper connection with others. Take your last 3 to 5 deep breaths here. It feels so good, this posture. The whole opening of the heart is so healing and nourishing. Start to feel that energy flowing up and down the spine between the 7 chakras. Feel that sense of renewal. This is the moments that we wait for in life, where we can really feel truly at peace no matter what's happening around us. Your last deep, full inhale breath here. Sigh out your mouth as you exhale. And take your time as you're ready to bring your knees together if they're not already. Roll gently to one side. I like the left side for yin, but you can roll to either side. I'm rolling to my right just to show it better in the video, but really either side is okay. What's nourishing for you? Take a few moments in this fetal position, this position that brings all of us back to a place of renewal, place of security, place of rebirth, place of feeling nourished, protected. Push yourself up enough to remove any blocks or bolsters that might have been underneath you, and then make your way back onto the spine. Send your legs up toward the ceiling. When you get there, arms up toward the ceiling, and you're welcome to roll out your ankles and wrists a few times and stay right here, finding some stillness, Viparita Karani. And if it feels good, you're also welcome to take a cushion, bolster, or a soft block, anything that you like, underneath your sacrum. And this posture is a very gentle inversion where the head is below the heart. So extremely nourishing for the heart to let the energy flow from our extremities back down and toward our center. And also for the heart not to have to pump as hard to get the blood toward the head. Stay right here if you like, or slowly start to bring the feet over the head, bend your knees. And come into snail pose. You can wrap your hands around the underside of your knees as you bring them toward the edges of your ears. If that doesn't feel good for you, stay right here, Viparita Karani. Let's take 15 more nourishing breaths wherever you are. Let your arms and legs become very buoyant. If you're in snail pose, allow a long stretch, the whole backside of the spine, releasing anything from the past, allowing yourself to be more present, and that curling in and nourishing around the heart. If you're here in Viparita Karani, allow that softening of the back line of the body, your arms and legs floating as if in midair or maybe floating in the ocean. There's nothing to hold on to, there's no efforting. It's all surrender. And it's in this state of surrender where we heal, where we stay open, where we feel nourished and renewed. Last couple of breaths here. Sigh out your mouth as you exhale. Last one. Inhale. And if you're in snail pose, support your lower back. Let your hips come back down onto the mat. If you're in Viparita Karani, let your feet and arms come back down. You can take the block out from underneath you if it's there. Take your feet wide, knees together. Place your hands, one on your heart, one on your abdomen, and breathe into your hands. Breathe in love, breathe in gratitude, breathe in contentment. Release yourself from fear, from loneliness, from disappointment. Breathe in connection, relationships. Breathe out isolation. Breathe out sadness. Really take the time to release from anything that's not fulfilling, that's not allowing you to feel renewed. One more deep inhale here. Full exhale. Bring your feet back underneath your knees, hip distance apart. Lift up your hips and slide either a block, a bolster, or cushion underneath your hips, and it can be at any height, taking supported bridge pose. Allowing the sacrum to relax down and let the palms face up. Again, a variation of a gentle inversion. So the head is below the heart and the blood can travel back in toward the center with less effort. These postures are very renewing. This posture will hold for some time, so close down your eyes. Keep your third eye open. Be aware of feelings and sensations that you may have. Allow yourself to soften. Come back to your intention, your dedication. Try to focus completely on your breath. If during this posture you'd like a little bit of a different release, start to extend your legs long and feel that openness, that lengthening through the hip flexors. Also try a supine butterfly pose with the legs and see how that feels on the inner thighs and hips. And if none of that is appropriate for you, then just return to the original position, feet on the mat, knees pointing up. Let your palms be open in a gesture of surrender. 5 more full deep breaths here. Sigh out your mouth if it feels good, or even the Brahmari breath. Last couple of breaths. When you're ready to release this pose, roll to the opposite side that you did last time. So I rolled to my right, so this time I'll roll to my left. And again, stay in the fetal position for about 5 breaths. And that fetal position is an instant signal to our body to feel safe, to feel secure, to feel held. It takes us back to our first memory of existence, that feeling inside our mother's tummy. The only time in your life where you would have heard the heartbeat from inside another person. Such a beautiful thing to think about. When you're ready, you can push yourself gently up to a seat. If there's any blocks or props you need to remove, please do so. Extend your legs out in front of you, lean back into your hands, and again, push your heart up to the ceiling. And if it feels good, you can bend your knees, turn your fingertips toward you, and lift your hips up. A little reverse tabletop. Maybe let the head drop back. When you're ready, release the seat down, extend your legs. Come into a seated forward fold. If it feels good, you can place maybe a thinner block underneath your hips or a cushion. Maybe move the flesh around your seat from side to side. We'll come right down into the fold. This pose is held for time, so if it feels good for you, feel free to take a bolster or cushion over your thighs and lay forward. The idea isn't to get your chest completely on your thighs, to get deep into the pose. It's about to round the back, to lengthen from your heels all the way up the back line of the body, over your legs and hips, over the back, over the heart, shoulders and head, all the way to the forehead. So this whole back line, to release the past, to release any hurts, any feelings we might be holding on to. Let your chin come into the chest. If you don't want to use props, no need, but also a block under the forehead is nice here. And like I said earlier, maybe a cushion to lay over top of. Wherever you decide to be, give yourself permission to surrender. If you have really tight hamstrings, you might keep your knees soft and put something like a rolled blanket underneath your legs. Allow your body to work to its own edge. There's no forcing. There's no efforting. This is for you to feel released, to feel renewed. And here we're opening the back side of the heart, which really does represent our past. So whatever burdens, baggage, memories, experiences, things that you've been carrying that become heavy and weighted over time, really weigh us down and cause us to turn inward. Let them soften and release. And maybe you can get more length in the spine, maybe more of the belly toward the thighs, forehead toward the shins. It might not happen today, but you begin the process, examining piece by piece all of the things that might be holding you back from being able to lengthen and surrender here. One of the main tenets of yoga is satya, truth, to find the truth in yourself, to really face yourself and ask, what do I need to let go of in order to find that sense of renewal, to be able to access that love that I have within myself? What do I need to release? Do it now. Do it with your breath, giving yourself time, compassion. Many of us can travel back to our childhood and identify specific experiences where we were hurt, maybe where we experienced trauma or abuse. Maybe none of that happened. Maybe you had a wonderful childhood full of beautiful memories. But if there is anything there to let go of, this is the practice to do it in. You give yourself this safe, sacred space with yourself, trusting that inner knowing, that energy of Ajna Chakra, giving yourself permission and trust to let go. Take 6 to 8 more deep breaths here. If you have any props, maybe release them for the last few breaths. Last couple of breaths, sigh out in your mouth. Last one. Take your time to slowly roll yourself up. If you need to remove any bolsters or blocks from underneath you, you can. Again, lean back into your hands. Either stay here, pushing the chest up, or turn your fingertips towards you and lift the hips. So a reverse tabletop pose. Maybe let the head drop back. And as you're ready, release down. And we'll come on to our backs again, this time for supine butterfly. But if it feels better for you to stay upright, you'll fold forward for upright butterfly, simply folding forward. And you can let the hands maybe be underneath the ankles or in front of the legs. Maybe you make a pillow, maybe you support with a little block. Maybe you lay completely over a big cushion or bolster, or lie down onto your back. Bring your blocks with you. Bring the feet together, knees out wide, and let yourself surrender here. One hand onto the heart, one hand onto the belly, or maybe like more of a cactus shape or a T shape with the arms. So there's 2 different things happening here. We're opening into the inner thighs, into the Muladhara chakra and Svadhisthana, the root chakra, and our sacrum. So really our connection to safety and security, our sexuality, our connection to self, but also opening in the heart. And either you're rounding forward and really protecting the heart, maybe releasing from the past, or here releasing from the front of the heart, letting the energy rise up and out. So you can explore which pose might feel better for you in this moment. Take it as a bit of a prescription. Do you need to protect and round more, or would you like to be open? It's just a few breaths here. It's really a transition to make our way into the final pose that we'll take before our Yoga Nidra and Shavasana. And I'll lead the Yoga Nidra right up to the very end of the class, and then I hope that you take as much time as you like in Shavasana, at least 10 minutes if you have the time. And take a few more deep breaths here. This butterfly variation, either seated and forward folding, or supine on your back. decided to take the upright variation, make your way down onto your back as you're ready. If you're in the supine variation, after your last breath or so, bring your knees together to touch, and everyone hug your knees into your chest. Give yourself a big squeeze. You'll have some options here for a supine twist, but what I'd like to offer is a fairly deep twist. We'll start by crossing our left thigh over the right thigh. Cactus your arms, jog your hips a little bit to the left side, and let the knees come over to the right. And you may use a big cushion or bolster to support yourself. If this is too much for you at all, then simply stack your knees, and again you can use that bolster or cushion to support yourself, and then a turn of the head toward the left side. And in this twist, whichever one you take, you may even tuck your left toes under your right calf, like we do for eagle. Take 10 deep breaths. And feel the opening and expansion not only through the lower part of your body, but through your abdomen and through your chest and shoulders, and even the gaze and head are turning. So a spiraling up of the energy all the way to the crown of the head, and then you can release it. As you're completing your last of the 10 breaths, bring your gaze back through center and your knees back through center. Unwind your knees. If you like, another squeeze into the chest. And then we'll go to the other side. So the right leg will cross over the left. Maybe you hook your toes. Maybe you decide simply to stack your knees. And then you'll drop both of your knees over to the left side. You may or may not want to use a cushion. Definitely gentler with the knees elevated slightly. Cactus your arms if you like. Turn your gaze toward the right. So whatever you did on the other side, try to mimic it here. Take 10 deep breaths from this moment. And again, you feel that spiraling up of energy all the way up the spine and out the crown of the head. More deep breaths here, or even take longer if you like. When you're ready, bringing your gaze back through center, bringing your knees back up. Unwind, and this time we'll take happy baby. Let the knees come out wide. Wrap your hands around the outer edges of your feet. Feel free to rock side to side, or any variation that you have of happy baby pose. Give yourself one last big nourishing hug. Squeeze your knees into your chest. Bring your forehead right up to your knees. Take a big full breath in. And as you exhale, sigh out your mouth. And then set yourself up for a beautiful Shavasana. And we'll guide ourselves into Shavasana through Yoga Nidra. So you might want to put a big cushion underneath your thighs. Maybe a little pillow under your head. Maybe your palms facing up, arms out wide. Maybe you cover with a blanket. Wherever you decide to be, let this be a place of rest, of renewal, of nourishment. Let your heart be right at the center. In Yoga Nidra, I'll guide you through different places in the body, and you can follow my voice. Let that be a little tour guide through your body. And every time we stop in one place, drop a little seed of relaxation and renewal there, and let that ripple out and release and release and release until you get to the point where your entire body is completely relaxed. We'll start by taking a deep breath in through your nose and a full sigh out your mouth. Exhale. Let your awareness start at the crown of your head and spiral all the way down, all the way down, all the way down to the base of your feet. And then bring your awareness to both of your feet at once. Can you relax both of your feet? Take a deep breath in and a full breath out. Now bring your awareness to both of your lower legs. Can you relax both of your lower legs all at once? Bring your awareness to both of your knees. Can you relax both of your knees all at once? Dropping seeds of relaxation everywhere you go. Can you relax both of your thighs all at once? Can you relax both sides of your hips all at once? Can you relax your sacrum? Can you relax your pelvis? Can you relax your lower spine all at once? Can you relax your belly? Can you relax your mid-back? Can you relax your solar plexus all at once? Can you relax your upper back? Can you relax your rib cage? Can you relax your heart all at once? Let your awareness again travel all the way up to the crown of your head. Take a full breath in. And as you exhale, let the awareness travel down the spine to your shoulders and then radiate out through your arms to your fingers. Bring your awareness to both of your hands. Can you relax both of your hands all at once? Can you relax your wrists, your forearms, and your elbows all at once? Can you relax your upper arm? Can you relax your shoulders and your neck all at once? Take another deep breath in right to the crown of the head and let the energy dissipate through your head as you exhale, relaxing all the way around the front, the sides, the back of your head from the inside out. Bring your awareness to your third eye. You relax the space between your eyes. Relax both of your eyes. Relax your cheeks, your jaw, your nose, your mouth, your tongue all at once, as if all of the crown of your head were wax slowly melting and softening all at once. Take a deep full breath in through your nose and let the energy again rise up to the crown of the head. And as if your whole body were made of wax, can you melt all the way down from your head to your neck, shoulders, torso, hips, legs, arms, hands, and feet, all at once, melting and relaxing. Continue to breathe here. Feel this sense of complete surrender. There's nothing to hold on to. There's nowhere to go. The thoughts are completely soft. Allow yourself to come back to your intention and your dedication and bring those with you as you completely surrender into a space of renewal, space of peace, space of love. Experience the most beautiful Shavasana. Love and a happy heart are crucial to your quality of life. Life is about connection and caring, and without it, you feel bereft and alone. A healthy heart chakra lets you know that you are never alone. You can extend caring to others and yourself and allow your heart to be open and full. I hope through this practice this evening your heart feels open and full, that you feel renewed. You feel a connection not only to yourself, but whoever it was in your life that had the honor of being a mother figure. And to those of you that are mothers, my deepest love and respect. Thank you for joining me. Have a beautiful rest of your day. Namaste.